Hi everyone, let's go book shopping today. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't need any more books. I have 2 series on my shelf that I still need to read. I have Divine Rivals series and Once Upon a Broken Heart series, and I still have to read both of those. And I'm obviously holding off on reading anything until Crescent City 3 comes. Obviously, by the time you're watching this, it's come and I've read it. But yeah, so I don't need any new books, but you know what? I've got some money. It was payday a couple days ago. I want to treat myself to a nice book. Now, what I'm actually looking for are sprayed edge special editions. I don't really have many special editions. I don't say many, I don't have any. I have no books with sprayed edges. And I love them. I love how they look and I think it's worth the extra money. I also love hardbacks, hardcovers. They're my favourite compared to paperbacks. Obviously, they're harder to carry around, but to be honest, I don't really read much on the go anyway. So I'm like basically telling myself to get more hardcovers. So yeah, that's what we're looking for. Nice hardcovers. Could be special editions of books I've already read, potentially. But mainly just new books I can read that are pretty and I like. So we're gonna go Waterstones and probably The Works. Just quickly pop in. I don't know. I kind of feel like I was planning on doing all these different bookshops, like The Works, Smith's, and then Waterstones. To be honest, I went in Smith's the other day and there was nothing really there. Like I said, I don't really need any more paperbacks at the minute, which is what The Works is good for. So I think I'm just gonna go straight to Waterstones and spend some time there, grab some lunch. I'm loving my outfit today. I got this new top, this little bow on it, so you don't judge my unmade bed. It will get made in a second. And then I'm just gonna wear my big knee-high boots and my brown leather jacket, of course, which I tell everyone I bought for £5. So yeah. Also, my favourite thing about book shopping is using a new tote every time. And so I'm using my one that I got in the Strand in New York last week. It's so cool. It's not the biggest one I have. I have another big one from Strand, but this goes well with the black outfit vibes, you know? I'm also gonna wear these rings. I got this ring in Brooklyn Charm in Brooklyn last week. Again, I think it was $5, so like £3. Cute. Okay, I have come home, I have had food, I have had a small nap, I have recuperated. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because how fast I walk, but shopping in general knackers me. Anyway, here is what I bought in my little tote bag. In total, I bought 6 books, which is kind of how much I was expecting. Did I buy any special editions or sprayed edges? No. I was looking for the Waterstones Faybound special edition that I saw everywhere, and they had the hardcover, but not just the normal hardcover. They didn't have the sprayed edges version, which is the whole point, so that was annoying. And then they had a really nice sprayed edges version of this book that you will have seen, but it's not fantasy. It was like a crime, contemporary crime, which is okay, I can read that, but it's not my favourite genre. And I was like, I'm not crazy about the actual book, so I don't want to buy it just because it's pretty. It was really pretty, but I was like, I'm not going to buy it just because of that. So instead I basically gave up and then carried on looking for paperbacks that I wanted. Now, first off, I did go to the Works. I can't remember if I said, but I said that I wasn't planning on going to the Works because I wanted hardcovers and I wanted editions. I have not bought a single hardcover or special edition, but they didn't have great, like there wasn't great options. Even any hardcovers in Waterstones, really, there was only like a select few and none of them I've heard of. So if I was looking for like a new random book, then yeah, but normally there's certain books that I want to try, and I don't really want to add anything else to my TBR right now. If you've seen my TBR video, you'll know why. Anyway, in the Works, I spent £20. First of all, I spent £5 on Godkiller. This is everywhere. I think it's because it's got a good deal at the Works, so everyone's buying it, because people are talking about it on TikTok, they're then realising how cheap it is and then going to buy it. This was also obviously in Waterstones, but I knew that this would have, there's a good deal in the Works. £5, pretty impressed. I was like, you know, it's not a hardcover, it's nothing crazy, but you know, it's a standalone, and I have 2 series that I need to read, so I need to really get some standalones, ideally, that I can sort of, I like to sort of go in between series with a standalone. Then I bought a series. I know I literally just said I was trying to get standalones, and I did get mainly standalones, but these, because I have 2 other series to read, but I just have to. So in my TBR, I was talking about how I've read the Cruel Prince series years ago. I do kind of want to reread it because I honestly can't remember much. I remember enjoying it, but because it was a YA, I think because it was a YA, I do remember not caring that much about the actual 2 main characters and about their relationship, because there wasn't as much tension and like, you know. But I remember thinking the writing was good and the idea was good. Anyway, and then I said how I wanted to read her Stolen Air duology. I'd seen that they had the Cruel Prince series in the Works for £15, £5 book, pretty good. I'd seen that they'd have that series there, and I thought, tempted to buy it again to reread it, but you know what, I'll do it once I've got through a load of other new ones. But another series on my TBR was the Tive series by Holly Black. And they had that in there, and I didn't even know they did that in there. So that was, yeah, £15, £5 per book. I really wanted to read Tive, Valiant and Ironside. It's a new series. But yeah, basically they're based on modern fairy tales. So altogether that was just £20 in the Works, which, I mean, I think is pretty good. I mean, for 4 books, a whole series and another one is amazing. But I do love Waterstones, so we went into Waterstones. And I do love it. However, I was disappointed by the selection. I feel like the fantasy selections aren't that big. I need to go to London and go to the big flagship stores where they have massive sections. I also found like in the general fiction area, they had random fiction and young adult and romantasy books sort of scattered through, so it was kind of hard. So I literally looked in every single shelf. But yeah, like I said, my priority was hardcovers and special editions, and I didn't find any really that I wanted. I would just be buying it for the sake of buying it. So instead I got 2 paperbacks. Again, wanted to get sort of standalones. So finally, I picked up The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Now, can I say, when I first heard about this, I was like, amazing, love, everyone's talking about how amazing it is basically, and I was like, cool, sounds really good, I like the idea, I need to pick it up. This was what, a year or two ago when it came out? Everyone was talking about how good it was. Since then I've only seen slander. Like, I've only seen people slandering it, and it might be because V. Schwab's other series and books are now a lot more popular and are now really liked, so maybe they're just a lot better and this one is now seen as a bit bad in comparison. I don't know, so we're gonna see. So yeah, I'm a bit scared, I have mixed feelings, but do you know what, I keep seeing it in store, I keep thinking, oh, I'll buy that next, that's on my TBR, and it's literally been on there for 2 years. This is probably the longest book on my TBR, so I had to buy it. When I say longest book, I mean the longest time it's been on there. It's not that long. Also, yeah, again, you know, standalone, so it's easier for me to convince myself to buy a standalone, because it's easier. I feel like I can read it quicker. It's better when I've got more books on the shelf to read. I feel less guilty buying a standalone. And then I picked up a deal with the Elf King. I love and hate this cover. I hate this cover in the sense that it feels kind of childish and teenagery and makes me cringe a bit. Like when I gave it to the lady at the desk, I was a bit like, oh, I'm 22. But I also really like covers that have sort of like illustrations, especially if it's like looks like it's like fan illustrations. I just think that's a nice touch to fantasy books. Anyway, I had seen this briefly. I haven't seen it be talked about online, but I've seen it in like Goodreads lists and I've seen it on bookstagram. I haven't really read much about it though, but it sounds very me. I kind of go through phases where I'm more wanting more realistic, more contemporary, more low fantasy, in a phase when I want really high fantasy and I want loads of paranormal stuff and I want all those elements, and I'm in that right now. So the 2 series I have to read after Crescent City on my TBR are, I'll have probably read them by the time you're watching this, but they're low fantasy. So then I think this one feels a bit more high fantasy. The elves have come for 2 things, war and wives. In both cases, they come for death. This, I think, this is part of a series. So I know it sounds stupid me saying, I love standalones. I'm really contradicting myself today. But it's a Married to Magic novel. And I believe there's these other books in the series. That each book is standalone. I don't know if it's in the same world, I imagine it is. But each book is different. So there's this one, there's a dance with the Fey Prince, a duel with the Vampire Lord, a duet with the Siren Duke. And there's a 5th one that's coming out sometime this year. So that's also good timing to start reading the series now. So I've got this one, see if I like it, see if I want to buy the others in the series. But to be honest, I haven't seen any of the others talked about. I haven't seen them online. So I'll look into it, but we'll see. I mean, I don't only buy books if I've seen them online, but it definitely gives me more confidence if I've seen people say how good they are. So anyway, that is my haul. It doesn't feel like loads because obviously this series is in one, but yeah, I was hoping to get hardcovers and get some more fun books, but as in like fun looking books, but it's okay. It just gives me an excuse to go back in like another 2 weeks or go somewhere else, like go make a trip to London or something. I'm sure I will at some point. Also love this tote bag. It was really durable. Just love it so much. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little vlog. I had a lot of fun. I had a really nice morning. It was a really nice way to unwind, and now for the rest of the day I'm studying, but it's okay because I had a nice morning and I can look forward to putting these on my shelf. I hope you had a lovely rest of your day and I will see you soon. Bye.